A veteran struggling with cancer and the lasting effects of Agent Orange exposure got an unexpected message from the VA: go back to work.
It came even though his doctor at the VA hospital said he shouldn't work. Here's our chief investigative reporter, Jeremy Finley, with the latest on our ongoing Keeping the Promise investigation.
That's right. We first profiled Ken Moore last year when we investigated a backlog of benefits cases at the VA. Now, as Ken battles against a deadly cancer and heart problems, he struggled to understand why the VA thought he should rejoin the workforce. But when we started asking questions, Ken's family got a call from the VA. Judy Moore never leaves home without it.
One a day.
The medicine is vital for her husband, Ken.
I have to take these everywhere I go because he has to have one.
It keeps his platelets up as he undergoes chemo at the VA hospital in Murfreesboro. It hasn't been easy, given Ken's ongoing heart problems from his exposure to Agent Orange in Vietnam.
He can't speak. He can't walk. He has 3 documented lung diseases.
So you can imagine Ken and Judy's response when they got a letter from Veterans Affairs saying he's considered capable of going back to work.
He read it and it was like, this is surreal. It can't be happening. This is a nightmare.
The letter from the VA came as Ken filed last September for 100% disability and unemployability. At that point, he didn't even have the cancer diagnosis. But as we showed you last year, he's on nearly constant oxygen and struggles with increasing health problems. His own doctor at the VA wrote in a June 2013 diagnosis that he can't stand or walk for prolonged periods of time, has severe lung disease, and, quote, I do not think that there is a reasonable likelihood that he will improve to the point that he can return to work. Again, that's from a doctor at a VA hospital. So fast forward 8 months from Moore's request for full disability, and the Department of Veteran Affairs denies his unemployability, stating that the evidence fails to show his heart disease makes him unable to secure or follow a substantially gainful occupation. Here's another look at Ken from his hospital bed.
What's he got to do, die? Has he got to die to prove to him that he can't work?
The Moores immediately provided the VA with more medical information, including his cancer diagnosis. That was a month ago, and they'd heard nothing.
I'm afraid he's going to give up, and I don't have the strength left to deal with these people.
The Channel 4 I-Team started asking questions Monday, and just 24 hours ago, we received this email from the VA saying they'd expedited processing of the claim, and on the day Moore applied for it, they decided to give him 100% disability. And that was news to Ken and Judy Moore, who'd heard nothing until we contacted the VA. This was all shared with Ken's family just yesterday in a call from the VA. Also in the VA's email to us, their spokeswoman says they reconsidered Ken's original claim that was filed in September, and they are now making the unemployability payments retroactive all the way back to February of last year, which was his actual last day of work.